ChatGPT. Relate ACIM to the movie Chaos Walking. Chaos Walking through the lens of A Course in Miracles. ACIM. Chaos Walking is one of the most striking metaphysical movies to view through the lens of, because it externalizes something that most people spend their entire lives trying to hide, the contents of the mind. In the film, men's thoughts become visible and audible as noise. Every fear, judgment, fantasy, insecurity, memory, and grievance is projected outward for everyone to see. From an ACIM perspective, this is not science fiction. It is a symbolic portrayal of the ego's thought system made visible. The noise. The central symbol of the movie is the noise. The characters cannot easily hide what is happening in their minds. Thoughts spill out everywhere. Fear becomes visible. Judgment becomes desire, becomes visible. Conflict becomes visible. ACIM teaches that the world we perceive is actually a projection of the mind. The movie simply removes the usual delay. Instead of projecting thoughts into an external world unconsciously, the thoughts appear immediately. The result is chaos. Why? Because the ego's thought system is chaotic. The movie asks us to imagine what would happen if everyone could see every fearful thought we ever entertained. The answer is uncomfortable, but illuminating. Attached projection makes perception. One of the foundational teachings of ACIM is projection makes perception. The ego projects its inner conflicts outward and then perceives them as external realities. In Chaos Walking, projection is no longer hidden. The internal becomes external instantly. Characters literally walk around surrounded by their own mental content. The film beautifully illustrates how exhausting and confusing life becomes when the mind is dominated by unexamined thoughts. The fear of exposure. Much of the conflict arises because people desperately want to conceal aspects of themselves. Secrets, guilt, fear, shame, past actions. The ego survives through concealment. It wants certain thoughts hidden from awareness, teaches that healing occurs when hidden guilt is brought to the light. Not for punishment, for release. What is hidden remains protected, what is exposed can be healed. The noise symbolizes the impossibility of maintaining perfect masks. The ego's constant commentary. The noise is also an excellent symbol for the non-stop narration of the ego. Most people experience a running commentary in the mind, judging, comparing, defending, planning, remembering, imagining, worrying. The ego rarely becomes silent. Throughout the movie, characters struggle to distinguish themselves from the noise they generate. This parallels one of the central practices of ACIM, learning that thoughts are not necessarily the truth. A thought appearing in the mind does not make it real. A fearful thought is not a fact. A judgment is not knowledge. The Holy Spirit invites observation rather than identification. Viola as a symbol. The arrival of Viola creates disruption because she is not participating in the same mental dynamic. Her presence exposes assumptions, challenges beliefs, reveals hidden patterns. In many ways, she symbolizes a healing presence. Throughout, healing often arrives as something that disrupts the ego's familiar thought system, not because healing attacks, but because truth naturally exposes illusion, control versus guidance. The leaders in the film attempt to control the narrative, control information, control perception, control thought. The ego always seeks control because it fears uncertainty. The Holy Spirit works differently. The Holy Spirit guides rather than controls, invites rather than coerces. The movie repeatedly demonstrates the consequences of fear-based leadership and manipulation. ACM would describe these as attempts to preserve separation. Silence. One of the most beautiful themes hidden beneath the movie is the value of silence. The characters are surrounded by endless mental noise. Rare moments of stillness become powerful. AM consistently points toward inner quiet, not because silence is empty, but because truth is easier to hear when the noise subsides. The ego speaks first, loudest, and most often. The Holy Spirit speaks quietly. The movie indirectly highlights the difference. The central reflection. The ego watches Chaos Walking and asks, how can I control my thoughts? The Holy Spirit watches Chaos Walking and asks, what if I am not the noise at all? Viewed through him, the movie becomes a powerful metaphor for the human condition. Most people believe they are the thoughts racing through their minds. The Course gently teaches otherwise. Thoughts may come and go. Fear may come and go. Judgments may come and go. But the awareness that observes them remains unchanged. The deepest message may be The chaos is not your identity. The noise is not your identity. Beneath the endless stream of thoughts is the quiet presence that God created, untouched, innocent, and forever at peace. Go to mwge.org to find full movie and commentary by David Hoffmeister.